You know, hey, you're not going to quit porn 30 days from now. You quit porn now, today, and now the rest of this journey in this program, as I'm coaching you, sharing things to help, benefit your life, is you walking that freedom out. See, a lot of people think that they're trying to get free, and I'm like, dude, I think you got it backwards. Like, Jesus paid the ultimate price. Like, he set us free. I'm not here trying to help you get freedom. I believe that it's already been paid for, and what I'm doing is helping you protect the freedom that you have already been given. This is about protecting the freedom that exists, not about trying to acquire it, that it's already been purchased through the blood of God's Son, Jesus. So we have it already. What we're not good at doing is reinforcing and protecting the boundaries of what he says we can now have.
You like this, you like being daddy's arms with microphones. You like being a worker. You're made for the camera. Both my boys are.
Hey, this video you are about to watch is a part of a series where I show you how to quit porn the right way. So do yourself a favor, binge on all of this content, all the videos that you possibly can, because who knows, maybe if the value and the trust is built together over this journey, you'll want to jump into a community that I call Fit for Family. Or maybe you think these videos suck, and that's also fair too. But nonetheless, there's only one way for us to find out. So enough of me, let's get back to serving you, and let's get back to the video. All right, dude, I got some good news for you today. Today, you quit porn. You're done with it. It's over. Celebrate. Hallelujah. Come on, somebody. Let me explain why I'm telling you that today you're done with porn permanently. And here's why I also know that, is that true change, you can write this down, true change is an identity change. True change is an identity change. True habit change is an identity change. When people talk about changing their habits, the one reason why it is so unsustainable, we're like, oh, I'm going to change this habit, I'm going to change this thing, and I'm going to get in shape, or I'm going to quit porn, is because in their heart, they believe they're still addicted, they believe they're still stuck, they believe they're still someone who's unmotivated, out of shape, and so they go make a New Year's resolution. So many people do. This is why I think within the first 2 weeks, 80% of people fail on their New Year's resolutions, is because they are trying to make a habit change, hoping that it changes who they are. But it's actually the reverse. If you change who you believe you are, then you'll start making different choices. Doesn't that make sense? If you change who you believe you are, you will start making alternate decisions, alternate choices around you. And so there's a story that I heard of that I think is really, really powerful. And it's of these two guys. And I'm going to change it a little bit so it fits more of our scenario. And these two guys, were both offered by someone. They were hanging out, and as the story goes, dude's like, hey, you guys want to go watch some porn together? And one guy's like, you know what? I'm trying to quit, and like it's been hard for me, so no, like I don't want to go watch that. Like I'm just trying to stay away from it. And the second guy is like, when he's offered, he's like, hey, you want to go watch some porn with me? And the second dude is like, oh, no, I don't do that. That's not something that I do at all. My question to you is, out of those two people, who is more likely to watch porn and relapse? Or you can inverse it for cigarettes. Two dudes are offered cigarettes, and the first dude is like, oh, I'm trying to quit, thanks, but I'm all right. And the second dude's like, oh, I don't smoke cigarettes at all. Who's more likely to smoke the cigarette? And of course, for any of the situation or scenario, it's the person who identifies with trying to quit that's more likely to cave and break. But what if I were to tell you that the dude who said he's trying to quit, it's been 3 months since he last had a cigarette or last watched porn, and he's saying he's trying to quit. But the dude who said, oh, I don't watch porn, that's not something I do, or I don't smoke cigarettes, I don't do that anymore. What if I told you that his last cigarette or the last time he watched porn was a couple days before, maybe even the day before? What's powerful and a massive difference between these two types of guys is the one person who continuously identifies with the struggle, therefore it perpetuates, versus the man who says, I've broken identity, I've broken identification, I have broken a connection with me and this substance, and therefore it's not a part of me anymore, and I have no part in it, and I'm not that. I don't do that anymore. Crazy. Even though it's been a day before, the truest form of change for anybody is an identity change. And where I see so many people, and my heart goes out to so many people, right? So many men are confused and stuck in these chains because they fear it coming back. They fear it coming back because they actually haven't changed who they believe they are. They still believe they're a piece of crumb. They still have so much shame. They still have so much guilt. And so what I don't want to do is just try to kind of like mindset our way out of this fully. There's still so much work for you to do, but I've seen liberty come to so many men where they recognize that they can actually break off identification and say, wow, I didn't ever think to change my association to porn. I just assumed it was every man's battle, right? But I don't know about you guys, but David didn't fight Goliath forever. He fought him and killed him. He fought him and won. He fought him and ended that battle fully. And so just like quitting porn, it can end fully. And it's going to start by you saying, I'm going to win over this thing. Today is the day that I quit porn. And again, it all starts from the beginning, because what a lot of guys end up trying to do, and I want you to think about this for a second, is you have one of two ways of looking about this. And one is very, very discouraging. And it's true for all goals, but especially with quitting porn, is if you say like, hey, I'm trying to quit porn. My question to you is when are you going to give yourself permission to believe that you're fully over it? When? A week in? 6 months in? A year in? When are you going to give yourself permission to walk in the freedom that you want? When are you going to give yourself permission to trust yourself more and say, I'm actually over this? What's your parameter? What's your guideline? What is the rule for you that says, this is when I'm porn free? And for most people, they don't have it. It's just a hope and a wish that it never comes back. And it does, because they're not set up for success. So when I tell you, hey, you're not going to quit porn 30 days from now. You quit porn now, today, and now the rest of this journey in this program, as I'm coaching you, sharing things to help, benefit your life, is you walking that freedom out. See, a lot of people think that they're trying to get free. And I'm like, dude, I think you got it backwards. Like, Jesus paid the ultimate price. Like, he set us free. I'm not here trying to help you get freedom. I believe that it's already been paid for. And what I'm doing is helping you protect the freedom that you have already been given. This is about protecting the freedom that exists, not about trying to acquire it, that it's already been purchased through the blood of God's Son, Jesus. So we have it already. What we're not good at doing is reinforcing and protecting the boundaries of what he says we can now have. So when I coach people and I talk to people, I say, hey, dude, freedom's not way out there. Freedom's not at the 90-day mark. It's not at the 4-month mark, or it's not at the praise God, the 1 year it's been since I've slipped up last. It's not far out into the future. That's going to be very discouraging. You need an immediate win now. And so I say to people, I'm like, dude, you win now. You quit porn today. You quit now. It's the front side. Quitting porn is the start of the journey, not the end. The abundance of saying, I've arrived now at the beginning, and now you get to walk it out, is so much more rewarding, because you don't have to wait for a pat on the back to say, good job, well done at the end, and hope you've made it. You actually just say, okay, what would someone who's porn free do now? How would they govern their heart, their relationships, their time, their energy? Right. Matt's been talking about that the basis of addiction is ignorance. So I need to get educated. I need to get knowledge. Knowledge is only potential power. And then when it's put with action, it's realized. So I need to gain knowledge and apply the action for it to become truly powerful in my life. And so when you start thinking that way, through the mindset of someone who's like, I'm quit, I'm over, I'm done, and you break association, then you're no longer going to be subject to unnecessary temptations, because you're like, oh, that's just not who I am anymore. That's not what I do. I don't do that. And I would have a very hard time, like anyone would, if you wanted to go to the gym and work out, if you didn't believe you belonged there. If you're like, I'm just a fat, lazy dude, you're not going to stay long in the gym, because your identity is contrary to the actions needed to be in an environment of working out. But if you say, and let's just say you're really overweight, and let's just say you're really lazy, and you're like, hey, dude, I'm an athlete in the making. I'm chiseling away. I'm sculpting my physique with God daily. But like, I'm an athlete. It might not look like it on the outside, but it's going to start manifesting as I put in the time, the reps, and the hard work. And that's where I see a lot of guys go wrong, as they determine their level of being porn-free by how many days it's been, and not by the quality of their heart being renewed, being transformed day by day, step by step, as they go on a committed, lifelong journey with God of getting true heart healing change and dealing with their issues. So hopefully that reframe helps. Hopefully that helps you even just feel excited or stoked, or a level of permission to be excited about the journey of quitting porn, that it's not far out into the future. It starts now. It starts with that identity, because all true change is an identity change. All right. I love you tons, man. I believe in you beyond measure. I know that you got what it takes to follow this and put in the action, trying to make it as simple as possible so that you can just do the work. Share about this with your friends. Why don't you journal, even just talk about what that meant for you, how that shifted things for you. Would love to know what you think of that. Create and start the dialogue, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Hey, real quick, if you like that video that you just saw, or if you want to see even better videos than this in a series that I made called Annihilate Porn to help guys or girls like you quit porn, you can subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't forget any alerts, comment, like, all that jazz, and more importantly, check out the next video that's going to take you even further on the journey from where you are to where you want to be. I love you tons. I'll catch you in the next one.